What's up, world? What's up, Zion? Well, it's Prince Easy, as you may know, or you might guess. Well, these are more updates, right? Because, yeah, no reason. You want them or not? That is the question, right? Disclaimer, right? For the copyrighted material that's gonna be shared in this video, right? So without further ado, let's get to the slides, right? I mean, I am amazed at this particular juncture that the Europeans found something to sanction, like seriously. But I know, right? Like we had a conversation about this a long time ago, right? These sanctions, the whole plan is for them to expand outside of the EU, to be adopted by other countries. Okay, because like seriously, look at the packages, look at the amount of sanctions. Like this is mind-boggling, right? Mind-boggling. Yeah, news coming out of Gaza. So they are calling it regional proliferation risks. So even Rubio came out, right? They're calling it a peaceful civil nuclear program. Okay, but what Iran is doing is not, it's just a nuclear program, right? There's nothing civil about it, and there's nothing peaceful about it, right? Yeah, I see no cap in that statement, if you ask me. Well, it just goes on to show that there's a level of unseriousness going on out here, and delusion, most importantly. That's why I always ask people not to play along, right? Because the alternative would be going along with whatever they want. So, right, these demons are frustrated that he was not able to finish the job which he is in the process of, from their perspective, right, trying to finish with all of the regions that they want to occupy. This is their frustration. It's not that there are civilian casualties or it is costing them money. Nothing like that. Okay? Nothing like that. Right? And if I see things like this, people who are so determined, you know, just like the EU and the Americans and the Israelis, I say, oh, these people are already written off in the heavens, man. That nothing good is gonna come in the near future, brothers and sisters. Let me just say that, because of these individuals here. Is anybody gonna step in, or so? This happened. Yes, it is a narrative, and there is no ceasefire. We know it. Right? From them using munition to blow up tents and stuff. You know? Hamas tents. We need to emphasize that. You know? I don't believe that they are broke. Not going broke. They are broke. This nigga still talk about going somewhere. Well, here we are, right? We had a conversation a long, long time ago. Yeah. As if higher rates of teen pregnancy and birth is a problem to the system. No, it's not. Not white supremacy, it's not. Right? I don't know what these people, like, you are literally just spelling out what the intention is. Right? Yeah, like I said back there before they do it, right? They're gonna kick you out of jobs that they did, right? Out of the workforce. They're gonna find a way to phase out the women out of the workforce, right? The DEI thing, and of course, they just straight up firing. And now this. Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, Rubio's been making bold statements as of recent, against everybody. Right? Let's just say he has been a busy bee. I just found this circulating around there. Yeah, I mean, what's the point at this juncture? You have to seriously be looking at alternatives on how to overcome your situation. Like, seriously, right? Calling them out is definitely not gonna hurt their feelings enough for them to do the right thing, right? Passing laws that's definitely right. Where are the Epstein files? Like, seriously, again, they want you to play along in their mass, whatever you call this, even psychosis. Updates of the updates pertaining to the whole situation. Guess who? They call it normalization, right? Normalization. Well, yeah, this is Swift. Let's just this is a master stroke. If it's true anyway, right? Switzerland. Why did you take it in the first place, Sam? I wonder. And why are you calling it restitution? Like, these people find a way to weasel out of taking a responsibility and making themselves feel better while they're at it. Some crazy work. Right? You just didn't take this peacefully. They just didn't give it to you. Take it. Take this stool that our king sits on. Take this artifacts of our faith. Like, seriously. Like, are you kidding me, bros? Yeah, a lot is popping in the UK as we speak. Let's just say that. Yeah, of course. Right. I saw this whole piece about this new missile China has, which has air burst feature, right? And the man was talking as if it's a new feature, like it has never been seen before, like it has to be a war crime, or they're trying to imply or somehow it belongs in a class that maybe should not exist. The reporter went on and on and on and on. Yeah, it might be tempting to disagree, but it is true. right? Bahrain approves use of UK bases for some US strikes on Iran. So who was the permission given to do what? They say politics is complicated. Now I see. Now I apprehend. Right? They're calling it the Kuwait attack. Why? They don't go into that. Right? So Kuwait Ministry of Defense says a drone attack has hit Al Abadali border crossing with Iraq, causing material damage but no casualties. The crossing is the country's main land route for passengers and commercial traffic with Iraq, and the strike marks the second attack on the border area in about 24 hours. Okay? This is crazy, brothers and sisters. This is crazy that this is still going on up at this particular moment. This is crazy. Okay, this is crazy and eye-opening. Let's just say that. Interesting factoids, right? At least right, even why the poaching crisis is because of potency, if you catch my drift, and power, of course, ornaments. So yeah, elephants have been catching, and rhinos too. But yeah, you know, African countries are doing their best, you know. But yeah, still, even here in East Africa, same thing, right? Same thing. Even today. Interesting, right? Potency and power. Calling it a raid, right? These people are raiding, right? These ultra nationalists. What nation? Yeah, pressure, more pressure is being put for the truth to come out, right? People are exhausted, and I think they should be, right? I've been exhausted, brothers and sisters, right? The situation that the world is going through now, psychologically speaking, right? The confusion, the uncertainty, everything, every one of those. I done went with them a long time ago. That's why I'm cool, level-headed, right? Because this is just another day for me, if you ask me, right, to say the least. So yeah, right? After people get exhausted and actually exhaust every avenue that they deem as a prospect or as a solution to their crisis, after all of that has been exhausted, then maybe they would think outside the box, right? That's what I'm waiting for. That's where I'm at, you know. And I cannot pull people there. People have to like experience it for themselves, right? And people are tired, you know. There are some good white folks out there, right? They're tired of the hypocrisy and the injustice, right? And they're doing something about it, you know. But not yet, right? The situation isn't bad enough. Right? I'm sorry to say this, but yeah, it's true. It's true. Right? We did not see this coming. But this is just the reality on the situation. Right? And this shows a disconnect. Right? Disconnect. Not about anything else, but it's about the truth. Right? And the people who are hell bent on ignoring it. Right? So yeah, as you can see. Well, since this is the second round of update for the day, and I don't want to make it long, right? There isn't any reason for that. So yeah, I'm gonna put a pin on it right there, and of course we shall hear from each other when we hear from each other. Prince Easy, love you. Signing out. Bye.